let's take a look in detail at Brandon's third watch, and I would say many people would say probably the best of the three that he brought.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously,
best watch in my collection, admittedly.
Yeah. Well, as a Rolex fan, I gravitate towards this brand, of course, and so, all right. Well, I don't want to repeat myself, but is there anything you dislike about this watch?
What did I say? Forget if I said anything about dislikes in the other video. But not really. Actually, this watch is pretty much close to perfection for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't touch it, okay?
This is, you know, I like it more. I've seen this watch 3 times. Mm-hmm. This actual watch 3 times, because is this the 3rd time we've hung out?
Yeah.
I think it is,
yeah.
more or less. Yeah.
Well, I didn't bring it up with me last year.
Okay, all right. So, well,
I guess maybe the 2nd time.
Yes, I guess this is the 2nd time, and I must be coming around because it looks really cool to me. Maybe I'm just such a fan of the Submariner.
Maybe. And
40mm dive watches with
maybe like
swivelly bezels that you know. Or maybe I'm just sort of coming around to the aesthetic.
Maybe.
But
or maybe like because we're friends, like you're more forgiving to me than like some random dude wearing it, you know.
Well, I think it was when I saw you, it fit you, you know, and I see it so often on trains and on wrists that it just doesn't fit on. And I think to myself, yeah, you know, a pre-ceramic would look better on that gentleman right there. Yeah. But with you, it doesn't. With you, this actually fits. I probably wouldn't go this route because I'm shorter than you, and I feel like I sort of need that smaller case and the smaller width on the bezel. Yeah. I mean, I could. You know, I think I might have already mentioned in a video, you know, when I was looking for my no-date sub, I mean, I considered this watch, but it was just the thickness. And plus, yeah, I don't know why. I mean, there's got to be some good reasons I went to for the no-date pre-ceramic. But it was, I think it was the proportions and it was the shininess of the bezel. Yeah. Speaking of, one of my favorite things, there's just a perfect amount of resistance there, and hardly any roll back at all. You said there was just a tad, but,
yeah, there is a bit, yeah.
But nothing like compared to what I'm wearing. We'll compare that in a minute, but that's just it. It's just enough resistance, but not too much.
Yeah. I've owned a lot of dive watches in my years as a watch guy, I guess, and
overshot it.
This is by far the best all-around dive watch I've ever had. The bezel is amazing.
Yeah, so just to give it a little bit of
comfort is amazing.
Yeah, and when I was wearing it, it was very comfortable. But just to give a little bit of context and comparison, I feel like the spring is a little off in here, and I think I was telling Brandon that I think the bezel was probably taken off by a third party when they were sort of the gray market, and when they were polishing the watch or doing something nice to it, and I think the spring just, it's a little bit, it's just not as tight, and I think it might need a new spring. So when it goes in for an overhaul, hopefully they can deal with that. But there's this, I don't know if you can hear it, it's just almost like every now and then there's like an uneven click.
Yeah, I kind of hear that.
You know what I mean? It's just not as tight. And then let's see the rollback. Oh, a lot of rollback. And so if you're trying to line it up, you overshoot it, and then you come back. Yeah. So, but of course, this is a slightly more expensive watch, and I think the standards are higher on this watch. But yeah. All right. Well, what can you say about a no-date sub? I mean, this is just a fantastic watch to have, and like you said, you bought it at the perfect time. I mean, it's hard to believe that 3 years ago you could buy one of these for what, less than 6,500 USD.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
amazing how the times have changed. And it's just, I mean, relatively short period of time. You know, 3 years is not that long. But
well, hey, maybe back then, maybe that's why I didn't want to get one of these, because 650. Sorry, I keep saying that. 6,500 USD versus low fours.
Yeah.
I think that might have been a factor, but to be honest, I don't think it was the main factor because I'm not typically one to settle for something over price.
Yeah.
So, but if I had gone this route, I'm pretty sure that I would be enjoying it. What I want to know, and I'm just sort of asking this hypothetically and just sort of throwing it out there, is if I had gone this route, would I be into pre-ceramic GMTs? That's what I want to know, and I can't answer that. All right, Wendy, we got girls and boys. Our girls are getting restless, so I think off to the park we go. Yeah. Take care. Thanks for watching. What do you think of this watch? Would you go this route or the pre-ceramic? Did I make a mistake? Should this be my watch? Should this guy over here be the one with the crappy pre-ceramic? Let me know. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.